Hey, what's going on, guys? Back with a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a part 2 of answering your questions about the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. So let's go ahead and get started. So question number 1 is, what do the lenses look like when they transition? Now, most people do show on camera, obviously, their unboxing of the glasses and using them indoors, which indoors is going to show the transition lenses that they come with as clear. So most people in video form haven't actually shown how they look with the transition lenses actually transitioned into dark lenses looking like sunglasses. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip here. All right, guys, so I'm standing in the shade. I'm going to go ahead and walk out into the bright light and check out the transitions. Hopefully this can give you an idea how they'll look if you're out in the broad sunlight. Again, really nice transition lenses on these Meta Ray-Ban displays. And by the way, I do have the display on, so tell me if you can see it or not. All right, let's go ahead and go into the shade again. And now you can see how dark they are. So yeah, they look pretty good. They get pretty dark. They look great looking through them. They definitely do the job. So yeah, here's how they look. Let me know what you guys think. As you can see, the transition lenses look really nice when they turn into the shades. And in my opinion, yeah, they just look great. Question number 2 is, can you see the display in really bright light? And the answer is yes. You can see the display in bright, sunny, normal daylight. However, if you look towards the area of the sun, you're going to get kind of a washed out effect. You can still see the display. It's just kind of faint, but you can see it. So to answer the question, yes, you can see it on a really bright day. Question number 3, is there any light leakage in the dark? And the answer is yes. When it's very dark and you're in a dark room, perhaps you turn all the lights off and you have the display on, you can see a little bit of light leakage coming out of the frames. Question number 4, are they a lot heavier than the Ray-Ban Meta Gen 1s and Gen 2s? Now for comparison, the Oakley Metas weigh 56 grams. The Ray-Ban Metas weigh 53 grams, and the Meta Ray-Ban displays weigh 70 grams. So that isn't that much heavier for all the tech that's packed inside. So yes, they are heavier, but it's not really noticeable. Question number 5, do they record in 3K video like the Oakley Metas and the second generation Ray-Ban Metas? And that's actually a great question because that's a question I had as well. And the answer is no, they don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this off my paper here so I get it correct. So the Oakley Metas and the Ray-Ban Meta second gens record video at 3K at 3072 by 2880 at 30 frames per second, while the Meta Ray-Ban displays record video in up to 1440p at 30 frames per second. Now it's the same size image sensor, so the 12 megapixel photos are the same. Now the image sensor that captures photos is a 12 megapixel sensor, as I stated earlier, and it does capture photos at 4032 by 3024. Now they also have the same field of view. Now both glasses feature digital electronic image stabilization. Now something to keep in mind is that the display glasses algorithm prioritizes smooth preview in lens rather than post-processing sharpness. Now another thing to keep in mind is that the Meta Ray-Ban displays record in a lower bit rate. The Ray-Ban Meta second generation and the Oakley Metas record in 45 megabits per second, while the display glasses record in 30 megabytes per second. No, they don't record in 3K video. Number 6, have you tried the live video call feature on WhatsApp and how was the quality? And the answer is yes, I have tried a live video call on WhatsApp using the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. And I have to say that the quality was excellent and I was able to see the other person on the other side. And it was one of the best experiences I have to say that I've had so far on the glasses other than live translation. So to answer the question, yes, I have tried the WhatsApp live video call feature and it's amazing. Now question number 7, this is also a question that I had and I think is an excellent question as well. And it is, if you're wearing the Meta Ray-Ban displays with your Neural wristband as well as an Apple Watch, which one's going to receive the notifications? Now, I did a little bit of research, also contacted Meta, and also contacted Apple to see what their opinions were. And ultimately, I found out that the Apple Watch is going to be more powerful just for the fact that it can run all the apps that's on your phone rather than just the Meta related apps that come with the glasses. So the Apple Watch is going to predominantly receive the notifications. However, if you get notifications related to the Meta applications, you'll receive them on both. Question number 8, which apps would you like to see added in the future? I'd love to see apps added like YouTube, TikTok. I'd love to see some type of maybe like a card game. I'd like to see maybe like a mobile banking app. It'd also be cool if we had visible notes or a pin to screen feature. Question number 9, are the Meta Ray-Ban displays really that different than the Ray-Ban Metas? And the answer is yes, that display makes a huge difference. Having that display is just so much more convenient, being able to visually see your messages, being able to visually see what you have going on instead of just using audio like you had to do in the past with the Ray-Ban Metas. So the answer is yes, of course they are different than the Ray-Ban Metas, and that display makes a huge difference. Question number 10, does the neural wristband die before the glasses, and does the wristband leave any type of marks? And the answer is no, the wristband actually lasts longer than the glasses do. However, if you charge the glasses and forget to charge the band, I could see where the band would possibly die before the glasses would. And the answer, does it leave marks on my wrist? I have to say, yeah, it does leave marks on my wrist, but that is to be expected. It has to be worn really tight to be able to properly get the signals and not have no input lag. Now, I was going to go ahead and stop there at 10 questions. However, I figured I'd add a bonus question. So question number 11 is name 3 negatives. So the first negative I'd have to say is that they're really fragile, and I feel like they're more fragile than the Ray-Ban Metas. So, I mean, technically they're probably not, unless we're talking about rain and, water type of activities, then they are, more delicate, more fragile. But in terms of everyday use, they're really not more fragile. However, I just feel that way. Maybe it's because they cost double the money. I'd say the second negative is what I just mentioned, that they cost $800. And third, and the last negative I'd have to say, is the neural wristband. Now, the neural wristband is a double-edged sword. It is amazing technology, and on one side of the coin, I do love wearing it. However, on the other side of the coin, it is something else to charge and something else to have to wear when I wear the glasses. Now, you don't have to wear the band. You can access all the functionality of the glasses just on the glasses themselves and not using the band. However, to get the full experience, you do need to use the neural wristband. So again, it is something else to charge and something else to have to wear. So it does make me think twice about wearing them over just throwing on a pair of Ray-Ban Metas. So I hope I answered your questions that you had for the Meta Ray-Ban displays. If I didn't, I'll make a part 3. Go ahead and leave your questions down in the comments section, and I'll answer them in the part 3 video. Now, I've made several videos on the Meta Ray-Ban displays already, including a complete breakdown of what I think are the best features. I also answered 15 plus questions in part number 1 of this video. I will have all that linked below in a playlist. Make sure and check out those videos before you head out. Now, just a quick heads up, I will be receiving the Oakley Meta Vanguards really soon, so be sure to stay tuned for those videos. I will have a ton of coverage on those as well. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching. My name is Aaron, and I'll see you guys on the next one.